This week, from Friday, November 13th to Thursday, November 19th, is Transgender Awareness Week.
This week is a time for people who are transgender and their allies to highlight the community,
share their stories, and talk about the issues trans-identifying individuals face every day.
Transgender Week always runs from the week leading up to November 20th, which is the Transgender Day of Remembrance,
which is an annual observance that honors the memory of the people whose lives were lost in acts of anti-transgender violence.
This week is a time to highlight the challenges that transgender individuals face in our society as they face barriers in our schools, healthcare, housing, workplace, etc.
However, it is also a time to celebrate the triumphs and feats of transgender individuals.
Sarah McBride was recently the first trans-identifying individual elected to Congress.
Transgender individuals are the people in our neighborhood.
They're activists and teachers and doctors and nurses and neighbors
and friends, and we'd like to take this opportunity to recognize and celebrate them.
We also want to show support.
And this can look like a lot of different things.
It could be donating money to transgender support groups or charities.
It could be normalizing the use of pronouns by including your pronouns in an email signature or saying them when you introduce yourself.
And it is honoring other people's preferred names and pronouns. Remember, we also have the Rowe Unity Team, which is the support group for the LGBTQIA+ youth and allies in our Rowe community. If you're interested in joining Unity Team, we meet in meets on Wednesdays from 2:30 to 3:30 p.m. You can email me, Miss Perpich, or any of the counselors to get the meet link if you'd like to join Unity Team.
So join us in celebrating our trans community members as we honor Transgender Awareness Week.
Welcome to Wilbur D. Rowe Middle School, where the teachers are great and every single kid is cool. Truly learn with a common goal. We are safe, respectful, and responsible. Home to math minds, some of the best readers, musicians, athletes, scholars, and web leaders. Lots happening in this wonderful place, and there's only one way to stay up to date. So if you got a case of the Sandbox Blues, hit the YouTube, check the Shamrock News. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Not a thing that we cannot do. Growth mindset, it's the Shamrock News. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? So if you got a case of the Sandbox Blues, hit the YouTube, check the Shamrock News. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Not a thing that we cannot do. Growth mindset, it's the Shamrock News. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on?
What's up, Rowe Middle School?
Great to see everybody on this amazing Wednesday.
The Shamrock News is here, and we're ready to roll.
I'm Nolan, aka Theo's younger brother.
And I'm Isaac, aka Mr. Clean.
Let's start the show with a reminder about conferences.
We'd like to remind our Rowe community that conferences are soon approaching.
They will be held on Monday, November 23rd from 12 to 4 p.m. and at 5 to 7:30 p.m.
And on Tuesday, November 24th, 9 to 11:30 a.m. and 12:30 to 4 p.m.
We want to make sure that everyone is completely prepared and aware of what to expect.
So we're going to break it down real quick.
First, students, please complete your student-led conference slideshow you started in your community connections class.
Remember to link your playbook and work for each class.
Also, we want you to showcase your successes and pinpoint your struggles.
We also want to think of your goals for next quarter.
Before conferences start, we also want you and your adult, parent, guardian, or caretaker
to watch the introduction videos your teacher has posted.
Hi, I'm Ms. Welker, and I teach 6th grade math and science.
Hello, 7th grade families and students. My name is Ms. Friedman. I'm here to introduce you to my class and to introduce you to me.
You'll need to sign up for a time slot. You can do this in your Community Connections classroom.
Your teachers have posted a form that you can fill out,
which will reserve a time for you and your pupils to meet with your Community Connections teacher.
You will be leading the conferences, going through the presentation with the Community Connections teachers and your pupils.
The conferences should take about 20 minutes to complete.
If your loved ones would like to meet with a specific teacher, we recommend you sign up for office hours with an appointment for that teacher.
So students, remember to watch your teacher introduction video with your adults and to complete your student-led conference presentation.
Families and caretakers, remember to sign up for a conference appointment.
See you on the 23rd and 24th of November.
Hello, Rowe Middle School. Recently, us at the Shamrock News decided to make something fun.
A Kahoot.
New Kahoots will be posted on Wednesdays at 11:15. At the end of the week, the person who placed first will be getting a prize.
It's not mandatory, but it is fun.
You'll have until Friday to put in your answers. So, to keep us entertained and him contained. Be sure to work on the Kahoot. The links will be in your Classroom Hub and your Community Connections classroom.
Bye.
The Rowe Middle School Podcast Network is up and running, and you don't want to miss out on that.
In case you missed it, the Rowe Middle School Podcast Network is live and ready for your wanting ears.
We launched the podcast Wednesday, November 11th, and we've already posted multiple episodes.
It's Okay Not to Be Okay dropped an introductory episode where Gina and Lily explain the purpose of their podcast.
We started this podcast as a way to let people know they aren't alone, to share experiences and different ways to cope. Especially right now, it's more important than ever to stay connected with people.
We'll try to get podcasts out at least once a week with our teachers, students, counselors, and other members of our community. In our Random Thoughts podcast, Cellophane Wrapped Slugs released a deep dive pod on baboons.
You come across a baboon and it opens its mouth and a swarm of wasps flies out.
So go and check those out and be on the lookout for more episodes from other podcasts dropping this week.
Just search Rowe Middle School Podcast Network on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, or Bandcamp.
You can also click the link in your grade level hub or the social media big link.
Thanks for listening to our One Big Team.
Hey Rowe students, Ms. Friedman here again. I want to share with you another story from a Washington tribe that's near to my own. So this isn't a story that comes from my tribe, it comes from actually the Yakima people. But the Yakima people are pretty close to Suquamish, and so it's possible that this story was told in my own tribe. This is a story that was passed down from generation to generation amongst the Yakima people, and it's called the Ayayesh Girl.
Listen to Miss Friedman tell this wonderful, incredible, captivating story in its entirety by tuning in to the Rowe Middle School Podcast Network.
And when she would go play with the other kids, she didn't really pay any attention, so she was always messing up the games, and the other kids would get mad and say, "Little girl, you're IAS, you don't know nothing." Grandma Cedar Tree said, "Well, I can teach you something if you want to learn." And the little girl got so excited. She said, "What can you teach me?" So the little girl went all the way down to the river, dipped her basket in the water, and all the water rushed out through the holes. "You just need to go up into the mountains and keep your eyes open, and a design will give itself to you." She started to cry again, and this time she woke up a rattlesnake. The rattlesnake said, "Why are you crying, little girl? You woke me up." So the thing about Native American stories is that they all often hold a lesson. They were used to teach people things. So this one has a lesson too, and it's up to you to find out what it is.
We'd like to take this time to thank two of our community partners for their time, energy, support, and resources.
Hello, Grace Point Church community.
Hi, Milwaukee Lutheran Church community.
We feel your support. Thank you so much for everything you do, especially this year, to help meet the needs of Rowe students, families, and staff.
Quality, equitable education becomes more of a possibility when communities work together, and you embody community sponsorship in the best ways.
We thank you for asking what you can do to help,
For giving.
for always finding a way. Students at Rowe are better able to focus and engage in their online classes because of headphones and mics you gave them.
Students from Rowe are better able to focus and engage in their online classes because of the desks you built them.
And our families do better because of the ongoing resources you provide. Thanks for being such an amazing partner and looking after the Rowe community.
Hi, my name is Nabil Zarzef, and I'm the principal here at Rowe Middle School. Our motto at Rowe this year is one big team, and you're part of that team, and you've played such a huge role in getting students access to the things they need to be successful. We're looking forward to continuing our partnership with you and want to say thank you for all you've done.
Hi, Harry Applebaum, school social worker at Rowe here. Thank you for everything you do. I really can't say enough about how much our partnership means to our community. We're so appreciative, and we can't do this without you.
Continuing our month-long celebration of Native American Heritage Month, our Clover quote of the week comes from Chief Seattle.
Chief Seattle was a leader of the Duwamish tribe, located in Washington.
Wait, Chief Seattle lived in Washington? Does that mean?
Yeah. Seattle, Washington is named after Chief Seattle.
Chief Seattle is known for being a proponent of environmental responsibility and demanding respect for the lands of his people.
Chief Seattle once said, "All things share the same breath. The beast, the tree, the man. The air shares its spirit with all the life it supports."
So this week, let's remind ourselves how connected we are with everyone.
And everything.
Take an extra second to smell some flowers.
Know that even though you're not with your friends, you and your friends are still connected.
Instead of smashing the spider and putting it in a Tupperware container and bringing it outside.
And appreciate the interconnectedness of all living things in the world.
Because as Chief Seattle once said, all things share the same breath. The beast, the tree, the man. The air shares its spirits with all the life it supports.
I don't have a book? No problem. The Letting Library has got you covered.
Do you need books to read?
Well, the Letting Library has got you covered with their new policies.
The Letting Library is located in downtown Milwaukee. Currently, the library is doing no appointment holds pickup.
Which means the Letting Library is now offering walk-in, no appointment hold pickups.
Stop by the library anytime from 10 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Monday through Saturday to pick up your available holds.
However, the pickup is curbside only.
Face masks are required.
You may request books any of the following ways.
Place holds with a library card at www.lincc.org.
Call the library for help at 503-786-7580.
Email us at letting@milwaukeeoregon.gov.
Or at lettingkids@milwaukeeoregon.gov.
Fill out our book help form.
We also have ebooks and e-audiobooks available for checkout at www.lincc.org.
If students don't currently have a library card, the simplest way to get one is to sign up for an e-card online.
Just go to www.lincc.org and click on the tab that says Register for an e-card today. You will then be taken to an online form.
Anyone ages 13 up can sign up for an e-card.
The card allows you to check out ebooks, e-audiobooks, and place a limited number of books on hold here at the library.
If you're able to come to the library to pick up their holds, you would just need to bring a parent with photo ID for anyone under the age of 16 in order to convert that e-card into a full-fledged library card and check out books.
So if you need OBOP books,
or graphic novels,
or romance, or fantasy, or realistic fiction,
then the Letting Library has got you covered.
Reserve books and pick them up, or check out ebooks.
Let's get it, Rowe.
Attention, Rowe readers.
We've informed you about the 1 Million Word Club.
We're giving you It's Lit segments every single week to recommend books to you.
We're bringing back the It's Lit podcast so that we can talk about some of your favorite novels.
And if that isn't enough reading for you,
then you're in luck.
Because the Boys and Girls Club will be hosting Oregon Battle of the Books, aka OBOB, who hates me, Club After School.
The club starts on Monday, November 16th as part of the Boys and Girls Club After School program. Traditionally, the Oregon Battle of the Books is a tournament where students compete against each other to showcase their knowledge of a group of 16 books.
Normally, we host a Rowe tournament at the school where we all hang out for the day and answer questions about our books.
However, with everything being so wonky this year, we won't be doing that.
Instead, the Boys and Girls Club will be hosting OBOB as a part of their after-school program.
We'll still get an opportunity to compete, but it'll look a little different.
Also, the winners won't be going to regionals or the state champions or all that stuff either.
But you will get to take place in the district tournament, which will be held, you guessed it, online.
So, if you love the idea of joining a reading team,
and reading a total of 16 books as a team,
and then answering questions about those books,
then you should join the Boys and Girls Club OBOB, part of the after-school program.
If you have any questions, contact Mr. Dix.
Or head to the Boys and Girls Club website located in the classroom hubs and a Rowe Middle School big link.
And here is a beautiful list right here of this year's books.
Join OBOB and head to their first meeting on Monday, November 16th.
So grab some friends and get to reading.
Our October edition for Rowe Zing was such a success and that we're running it back for a December edition.
The October edition of the Rowe Zine was an incredible success.
79 pages of poetry, photos, memes, vision boards, artwork, and more.
And all from the students and staff members within our Rowe community.
It was so much fun for the first time around that we decided we're gonna run it back for December.
That's right. You can now start submitting pieces for our December edition of the Rowe Zine.
Once again, we will be compiling all kinds of art to feature in our Rowe Zine.
Are you working on an awesome NaNoWriMo story?
Share it with us so we can publish it in the zine.
Do you have some awesome paintings or sketches you've been working on?
Share it with us so we can publish it in the zine.
Share your photos, memes, poetry, song lyrics, stories, and graphic designs.
If you'd like to submit something for the December edition of the Razine, send it to razine@gmail.com. You can also send it to Mr. Dix.
If you'd like to participate but need some inspiration, don't worry.
We'll post some prompts in the grade level hubs and on our social media pages.
Remember, our goal is to publish the zine and create a print copy by the end of the year.
So if you'd like to be published physically and digitally, submit to the Razine.
Let's start the art!
Anywhere you go, anywhere you look, you can find me on the low with my nose in a book, turning through the pages, reading through the script, about to hit a million words. Yeah, it's lit. Said it's lit. Yeah, it's lit.
Hi, I'm Miss Hudson. I am recommending this book, Comet in Moominland by Tove Jansson. And honestly, I'm recommending the entire series because look, there's so many. It's about these family of creatures called the Moomins, but it's not about them. It's just about them. It's about like their friends and all the neighboring species of creatures. And yeah, it looks like a little kid book, doesn't it? And I'm sure it could be okay for little kids, but I'm 45 and I love it. What I love about it is many things. One is, so this takes place in Finland. That's where the author is from. And so it's nice to read books from places that are different than where you're from, because there's lots of things we take for granted as normal, and it's not normal in other places. So in these books, little differences like the sun doesn't always set. Yeah, because in Finland, the sun does not always set, and it doesn't always rise because you're so close to the North Pole. But the real reason why I love these books and reread them every single year is because she's amazing at capturing humanity. Like, these characters basically embody different kinds of people, and there's like a sort of truthful honesty to it without being judgmental. And so like this is a species of creature called Moomin, and the Moomins tend to be a certain way. They're pretty chill and they don't plan things. But there's other species called Hemulans that are exactly the opposite. And there's conflict, but there's coexistence, and there's just emanates an interesting feel. If you like, kind of like how Seinfeld, they say like, there's a show about nothing. Yeah, that's kind of like these books are books about nothing. But what it's really saying is it's books about being. And I like that, because in life, that is our own plot line, is unraveling before us. And it doesn't have to be punctuated with drama and extreme and murder and deceit. It can just be like life. And that's what these kind of books are about. They're really positive, and they leave me feeling like, yeah, someone's keeping it real about who we are, how we can coexist. And I need that. So I read it all the time.
Let's check in with our Shamrock News chefs.
Hello, all my Shamrockians, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to make mac and cheese from scratch in the microwave. Super easy, super quick. Let's go. First, obviously, you're going to want to wash your hands. Get that soap in there. Use some hot water. Get all those germs cleaned off. Next, you're going to want to go ahead and grab half a cup of water and pour it into a mug. Next up, you're going to need half a cup of pasta, and you're going to pour it in the mug and then add a little bit of salt. You're going to want to stir it and then pop it in the microwave for 2 to 3 minutes. Now you're going to want to be careful when taking it out, because my water did spill everywhere, and also the handle was really hot, so I had to take it out kind of weird. Now you stir. My pasta was a little undercooked, so I put it back in for another minute with some extra water. Next, you're going to add 3 tablespoons of milk and stir it up, and then add 1/4 cup of cheese.
Next, you can stir up the cheese or just put it in the microwave for 30 seconds to help it melt. Final steps here, you're going to want to take it out of the microwave very carefully as it was burning hot yet again. And there you have pasta.
Thanks for joining us, Rowe Middle School.
We will see you next time on the Shamrock News.
Same Shamrock time, same Shamrock place.
Hey y'all, Miss Baker here. I just wanted to give a super Shamrock shout out to Donovan H. Way to take on 8th grade. The start of the year with so many changes. You've been killing it. Way to sign up for office hours and stay on top of your work. I cannot wait to see how high school goes for you. Super excited. Keep it up.
My name is Kern, and I'd like to give a Shamrock shout out to my friend Fallon because she's just been a great friend and really the only one I've been staying in contact with much. I'd also like to thank the teachers for, keeping class interesting and putting in all the work for that.
My name's Emma, and I'd like to give a Shamrock shout out to Chloe because I asked the girlies group chat who I should give a Shamrock shout out to, and Chloe said me.
Yo, what's up, Mr. Dix? Camp Half-Blood in the building. I just want to give a Shamrock shout out to the amazing Shamrock News staff that we have this year. I'm going to keep on hyping them. I'm going to keep on shouting them out. They're doing a really, really difficult thing where they're trying to bring about this feeling of community, even though they're like everybody else sitting in their bedrooms and logging on virtually and filming themselves with their phones, and then it gets all cut up and it looks like they're interacting with each other, and they're awesome. They got their own little text chats that they all talk to each other with. They're signing up for podcasts and recording those, and they're filming their segments, and they're doing just an absolutely spectacular job. And I really, really hope that we get an opportunity at some point this year to be in the same building with each other, because I think we'll do some really, really awesome things. So much love to the Shamrock News team. They're spectacular. Peace.